Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles.
Good morning, guys. It is Saturday, January 11th, 2025. Today's theme ring is the time slip ring. We are going to manufacture the time slip ring. I have an 18 by 13 millimeter rectangle emerald style type stone, and it's going to actually represent the time slip, where the portal, so to say. So what I'm planning on doing is cutting me a little bit of wire. I'm going to draw a little wire. I'm going to make some bezels. I'm going to make, it should be a fairly simple ring. The hardest part of this job is probably going to actually be drawing the wire itself. Yesterday's ring, it's going to be sort of similar to yesterday's ring, but I'm not sure. Instead of a round halo, I think I'm going to have actually a spiral twisted wire halo, and possibly in a rectangle shape. It just really depends on how it kind of looks. Make sure we don't get it all out of cattywampus and stuff with the bending and all that stuff. I'm not quite sure exactly how that's going to work out yet, so I'm not going to make any guarantees on that. I just have an image in my mind. I'm going to see if I can make it happen, which I know I can turn imagination into reality, guys. I am a professional at turning imagination into reality. And yeah, guys, so that's that for now. Thank y'all for tuning in. And like always, at the end of every video, I always leave a very special gift. So if you're able to make it that far, wonderful. If not, hey, I still send it out anyway, guys. And it still may hit you. You never know. But I'm always sending out special gifts at the end of the video, guys. So stay tuned. Hang out as long as you can. And like always, guys, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got my 3 pieces that I'm going to be working with here today, and we're going to begin milling this stuff down. This is what I'm going to actually make the twist wire out of, so we're going to have to get that milled down real well and draw through at least the 7th hole. After the 7th hole, it really begins getting hard, and I just don't know how ambitious I'm going to be trying to get it through the 7th and 8th hole to get it to a nice size. But we're at least going to get it through the 7th hole today. It is going to be a little bit of work, but I am prepared for that, guys. This here is actually going to be the bezel itself that goes around the 18 by 13 emerald style stone. So this should be a fairly simple. We just got to get that milled down. That should be simple, ran right through the mill. And this is actually going to be the band. It is definitely a thicker wire. It's a number 4 electrical wire, whatever that means. I don't know what gauge it is, but it's pretty dang thick, guys. And I'm thinking we're going to just maybe make a square band out of it. I'm not quite sure. We'll just see how the mill acts and see how this metal reacts. But I think I may try to actually square it instead of a flat half round. Well, I don't even know what shape you'd call it, but half round on the sides, flat. I think I'm going to actually try to square the band itself. So we'll see how it works out. So guys, y'all stay tuned, hang out. Let's see what happens. If you like my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some constructive criticism. Give me some criticism. I don't care what you give me. Just give me something. Or don't give me nothing at all. I appreciate y'all watching anyway. So here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, here's our square band so far. It's going pretty good. I'm just running it through the mill and going quarter turn increments. That way, if it starts getting out of shape, it don't get too far out of shape, and I'll be able to just stop and kind of regroup at that point. So we're just going quarter turn increments at this time. And so far, so good. It's pretty good. I just don't know how thick of a band it's going to be yet, but we're going to get it down there as square and as elegantly thin as possible for this little ring right here. Oh, that's getting real nice right there, guys. I mean, that is real nice. That's a pretty nice thickness of a ring. Let's go maybe a quarter more on each side. And probably call it good. Looks like I'm a little rectangular, so I'm going to actually go another quarter and squeeze that side down, and once we get it right back close to as square as possible, we're going to call it good. All right, guys, I really like that. That's nice and damn near as perfect as you can possibly get. Perfect. And we're gonna call that right there, and that's gonna be our band right there. We're gonna have a nice square band today, guys. So that's pretty cool right there. I will anneal it in a little while and square it all up because it is a little twisted, but we'll fix that right there in the vise. And yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying that. Now it's time for the fun part, drawing the wire, guys. So y'all hang tight. I'm going to get some wire drawn up, and we'll see y'all back at the bench in a little bit. All right, guys, we've made it to the second hole. It's gone through fairly easy through the second hole. We're going to move on to the third hole. Let's see how hard it gets. Third hole is fairly easy. Let's go to the fourth hole. Ah, come on now. Uh-oh, here we go. There's some resistance. I'm going to run it through the fourth hole again. Let's try to get it through the fifth hole. We'll go re-anneal it once we get it through the fifth hole. Ah, a little bit of resistance there. All right, guys, we got it through the fifth hole there, so we're going to run in and do a little annealing, and we'll be right back out here and try to get it through the seventh hole. We'll probably have to run it through the sixth hole, go re-anneal it, and then get it through the seventh hole, and go re-anneal it, then twist it, guys. That's probably the game plan from here. So we'll see y'all in a few minutes, and y'all hang tight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All right, guys, we got our wire drawn up. I only ended up drawing it through the sixth hole, which is a 2.8. I'm not quite sure what that means unless it's 2.8 millimeters possibly. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you let me know in the comments. The seventh hole is a 2.3 or 2.2. I'm not quite sure, but maybe it means millimeters, because the largest hole is a 2. Anyway, I don't remember. But anyway, maybe it's millimeters. You can let me know in the comments. But we got it nice and squared up here. Everything's nice and uniform into the vise all the way up to the very tip. So we're going to stick our tip into our drill over there. And we're going to attempt to twist this up real nice while it's nice, soft, and annealed. So here we go, guys. Let's twist this bad boy up together. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. What I'm going to do is actually add pressure pushing toward the garage door against the vise. And I'm pulling the drill back toward me. That way we're keeping this wire nice and tight. And we're going to twist this bad boy up. Let's do it in reverse. Let's go back in time. This is going to be the portal to back in time. To the back time slip. We're going to take the back door, guys. Here we go. We're going to take the back door in, boys. Y'all hang tight. Here we go. Hang tight, boys. We're going in the back door. Oh yeah, that's nice right there. I like that. All right, guys, we got our wire twisted up and drawed in. Let's go in here and start doing some manufacturing, fellas and gals. All righty, here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this annealed, and what I'm gonna do is hit some solder on the tips. That way, when I do cut it, it doesn't come untwisted. And I'll probably hit a few solder joints along the way as well, so that whenever I do get our, whatever you want to call it, whenever we want to get that way it don't come undone whenever I cut that bad boy. So y'all hang tight, and let's get this annealed and a few solder spots on it, and we'll start manufacturing this bad boy. All right, guys, we got our rectangle bezel made up there, our time slip portal, so to say. Just a theme, that's all it is, just a theme. Our time portal theme. Time slip. But anyway, we got our solder ball up under there. We got it nice and uniform. I cut it with my pruning scissors. And everything is nice and perfectly straight and should be a seamless joint as soon as we get done. So let's go ahead and heat this thing up and solder it up. It shouldn't take long, as thin as that bezel is. So let's see what happens here. Here we go. There it goes. It just flowed nice, guys, already. All right, guys. Next step is going to be building our halo around it. I think we'll do I'm going to attempt to do an outside, whatever size it is. Let's just say 18.5 by 13.5, since this is 18 by 13. Let's just say, so I'm going to attempt to build an additional rectangular bezel to go around this one, just to give it some good looking, and give it that wavy feeling, like if you were to go through a portal. You know how you see in some movies where it's kind of that type of stuff. Anyway, all right, guys, that is my idea. That's my theme, and we're turning imagination into reality like we do around here at Galaxy Sparkles. So y'all hang tight and let me get this thing mounted up around this thing, and we'll continue on. Here we go. Guys, I bought this little tool right here, and this thing is working real nice on this wire right here, making nice straight cuts, and it's really working out fairly well. I'm really digging this tool. It's the first time I got to use it, and I had different ideas for it because it had different angles there, and it'd be real simple to cut, but it's coming in handy for this particular little project today. So tool up, guys. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. I'm going to get this thing cut and wrapped around. We're getting it pretty good shape at this particular moment. It's coming together fairly nice. And like I said, I'm about to cut that wire right there. Then we're going to wrap this around. We're going to solder this up together and continue on this project. We're getting there real nice and close, guys. This should go fairly easy today. Like I said, the hardest part was drawing this wire so far, just like I anticipated. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got me a little bottom of my bezel set, so we are going to cut that out. I got it 18.2 by 13.2. That way it doesn't protrude over the twisted wire. I want it to be inside of the twisted wire. I want it to just get in there real nice and plush and tight. And then that way we'll have a bottom for our stone, guys. So, all right, here we go. We're going to cut that out with these pruning shears. I'll show you how simple these are. This slices right through them like butter. Like that right there. All right, let's see how that makes up. Just like we sort of envisioned. All right, guys, I'm gonna solder this up. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we got everything in there nice. We got some solder balls in there. I got my piece of stick solder here for when them solder balls do start melting right there. I can hit the twisted wire with the flat wire there. Get that nice and soldered up. And we will begin the ring part, guys. Set our stone and this thing. Oh, we're already kind of melting, guys. Here we go. We're already doing some soldering. Let's get this thing nice and hit. Ow, that's hot, boys. Gotta put my meat protector on if I don't. Alright, we're hitting it up now, guys. Alright. Alright, guys, there it is. Nice soldered up. We are going to pickle that for a little while and start beginning setting our band around this thing. So let's see what happens here. I'm gonna figure out the best looking band, the best fit, and see what we don't come up with, guys. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got the ring portion itself wrapped around the mandrel. Everything's nice and uniform. I am a little twisted up here at the very tip top, but that's okay because we're going to actually saw that part off right there. We're going to saw it straight down there so that we have a perfectly great seam. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this a solid ring or if I'm actually going to have it split to kind of go up and around the bezel part itself, but we're going to go ahead and cut it and we'll figure out the next step after that, guys. So here we go, imagination into reality. That's what we do around here at Galaxy Sparkles. Y'all hang tight. I was stroking that thing, guys. I don't know if it was because of the beeswax and I had that thing so hot and it just popped. I'm not sure, but maybe I was applying some extra pressure with maybe all the above happening. Who knows? Either way, that blade lasted a long time either way. Boy, it sounds like that thing's getting in a bind. Smoke coming off that blade, boys. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, I had my catch pan down there under me, catching all the access. Yeah, a little twisted right there on that part of the ring. What I'm going to do is actually get it twisted back in there and maybe twist it around. We'll see how it works out there here in just a minute, and we'll decide if we're actually going to keep it a solid ring or maybe cut one more piece off and kind of bring the ring into the bezel. Not quite sure exactly yet, but I'm going to have to get off here and see what the best laid out plan is from here. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I've had a difficult time up to this point. I'm going to try one other thing. I'm going to use my vise as a mandrel. I'm going to use this draw plate to set it on there and try to flatten out that twist. I got that little bit of twist right there, and I'm just having difficulty getting that thing out of there. So let's try this, see if this don't work. If not, we'll back up, replan and regroup and do it, figure something better out. Hey, looky there, fellas and girls. There it is. That sealed the deal right there, guys. Yeah, boy. We sealed the deal on that little unit right there, guys. Let's go in there and close that gap, and let's figure out if that's the way we're going to rock and roll, or if we're going to actually cut it and allow the two pieces to come into the bezel. That is the next step, boys. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I just opted to close the entire gap there. I figured that's going to be the best alternative for this particular ring for the way it sits on my finger, and I didn't want to really mess it up at this point. So after yesterday's failure, we got to have a success, guys. Got to have a nice successful day today. So far, so good. Alrighty, there it goes. It just sucked up in there. I'm gonna add a little more there. Let me grab me a solder ball, just because I see that gap right there. There it went. Didn't know why that thing wasn't sucking up in there, but fiddle around with it with the solder pick, and that thing finally took off. That was interesting. All right, guys, looks like a seamless joint there. We're gonna reshape this thing, clean it up, and prepare to attach our bezel. And just a few steps left before we have final, guys. It does appear. Everything so far so good. Right on schedule, right on time, in perfect timing. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we got us a solder ball on there. We got our ring on top of our bezel. So let's see if we can't solder this little unit up here. Alright, it's starting to change colors. It should be getting ready to flow about any moment, I would think. It's getting to that color. Yeah, there it went. Nice. Let's get on this side and pull that on through just like that right there, guys. Alright, we're soldered up. Let's let that thing sit there and marinate just a moment and let it set up, and we'll quench it, pickle it, clean it up, set the stone in it, and have final. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we have completed the themed time slip ring, and there are some flaws. There's some visible flaws, and there's some hidden flaws that you're going to be unable to see definitely in this ring. So for that, this ring does get a C-. It is completed. Unlike yesterday's that completely failed, that wouldn't even fit on the finger after we got done. So today we did get a passing grade. It is on the finger. It's a little clumpy, kind of like a brass knuckle. It's just a little thick. I will definitely know next time to do something a little different, that the square wire maybe needs to be anyway, it was definitely It's definitely a little clunky, guys, kind of like a brass knuckle. It's just a little uncomfortable wear, but I did make it for my pointer finger, and it's not as bad as it would be as if it was on a ring finger or the middle finger. It's just it's still a little clunky, guys. That's just the bottom line. And it is a C- ring because there are some flaws in this thing. Like I said, some hidden and some definitely visible. But if and when I do get a buffer, it will definitely increase the grade quality because I'll be able to finish the ring out a lot better than I am with just the sander itself. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on sanding this thing with 600 and 1,000 grit sandpaper. That's just not happening at this time right now until these become quality enough to where they're sellable. I'm definitely not spending the extra time with 600 and 1,000 grit sandcloth. It's not happening. But in the near future, we are going to get us a buffer, and we are going to begin cleaning these things up, practicing buffing and cleaning and polishing, and get these things to the next level, guys. Kind of like my craftsmanship, we're leveling up fairly quickly. So like I said, the time slip ring is completed. I'm thankful and very blessed to have you guys with me. And those of you that stuck around this long, like always, on a daily basis, I'm going to send out a huge energy ball full of energy, full of imagination, full of joy, full of love, and full of connectedness. Coming at you. All right, guys, catch that if you can. But I'm telling you, you better brace yourself if it's coming at you, because it's coming hard and it's coming big and it's coming full. All right, guys, we'll see y'all Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. We'll see y'all on Monday. Y'all hang tight. Enjoy the weekend.